Okay, so we're recording now. Why am I not picking you guys up? Just give it a second. Trying to find out. Okay. Okay, now talk. Okay. Now we can hear you. Okay.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Behind the Meme. Today we'll be talking about Kyle, what's today's conversational topic?
We're
Wait, do
talking
we need
about.
an intro?
We don't have an intro. We just kind of start.
Oh,
Alright,
why
sounds
not?
good.
All
So,
right.
yeah. Welcome to. Actually, no, I do have an intro. Welcome to the Simp Cast. Today we're down a member, so it's just me, Benjamin, and Glenjamin. Yeah, Glenjamin is Thurby.
Kerbos. Kerbos.
Thurby.
Kerbos.
Turbos.
Okay. So let's jump right into it. First topic we want to go over. Which one do we want to go over? We have two.
I think we should talk about Disney because I'm really excited, frankly.
Yeah, same here.
Alright. Okay, what do you guys want to start with?
This all the
Well,
Star
the
Wars
Fantastic
shows.
Four.
Oh, you want to start with
Uh,
Fantastic
well,
Four?
well, we can start. We can start with Star Wars. So the Bad Batch, the
That's
Acolyte.
gonna look great. That's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really is. I think the acolyte's supposed to be taking time. It's a Sith. It's a Sith acolyte, obviously during Old Republic time. I think.
Which one?
Mm-hmm.
The acolyte.
Okay.
It's a Sith acolyte during Old Republic times.
Yeah, exactly. We get to see, and honestly, I know that the Legends continuity is going to be different and stuff, right? But I really hope they take elements or similar elements that they had with the Old Republic continuity and the good ones at least, and try to implement them into, more of the lore, the modern lore, the current lore,
Oh
because
yeah.
I think there has been some really good stories and really good things about the Old Republic that really would be nice to see on a screen.
I would love to see Malgus on stream
Oh yeah, Malgus, it's cool.
because
Um,
if I'm not mistaken, Darth Vader's his suit, it's based it off of Malgus's armor.
mhm, yeah, and the lore, yeah, and you know, Malgus just did a lot of things to shake up the galaxy, and I know we'll probably never get to see someone like Valkorion or Vitiate. He goes by different names, but also a pretty cool character for what he did. But yeah, anyways, I hope we get to learn more about the modern, the new lore, the Disney lore. It's Sith
And hopefully
Order,
it's better than the
and
sequels.
yes, honestly, anything would be better than the sequels at this point. I think not anything, but a lot
Yeah,
of
let's
things. Let's be
see
honest.
Palpatine come back for no reason.
Yeah, I mean they did that. They did that in the
Hooray!
in Legends as well, but the way they did it, I don't know, it just made more sense.
In
And it
Legends,
wasn't like the biggest thing. It wasn't the biggest thing the way they did it, but in the sequels, that was like the end all be all, right? They just had Palpatine come back, and then the way they did it, it was just bleak. I didn't like it
Well, yeah,
personally.
because there was no foreshadowing to it.
True. Yeah.
kind of just
There's like
happened.
none at all.
Yeah, it just happened out of the blue. They were like, you know what? We gotta have some. We killed off Snoke in the second movie, so you know what we gotta do? We gotta
The
bring
people
someone who's
want the
even worse than
originals. We're
Snoke.
bringing them back.
We're bringing it back. Yeah, unfortunate.
Honestly, I would have liked to see what Kylo would have done as like Emperor.
Mhm.
I mean,
Instead
we've
of
never
seeking out
really.
a daddy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Because Kylo, like, I mean, like the whole thing was like his whole thing was to let the past die, kill it if you must. I think he's literally perpetuating. You know, I mean, just the classic Disney lineup:
Right. Exactly. He has daddy
Darth
issues.
Vader, Palpatine, the
Mhm.
Empire. That's a Disney. I mean Star Wars, but I mean one of the
Yeah.
same, I guess. Uh,
They're one and the same now.
but yeah, Yeah, they are one and the same. I don't know. I think they need. I hope they keep some old aspects, but overall, I don't think they should change it too much.
Right.
It should still be recognizable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that. It shouldn't be something that it's not. Like they shouldn't all of a sudden they shouldn't try to merge Marvel and Star Wars.
Yeah, I agree. That would be weird.
Or there's no way they can. I mean,
With
Marvel
Fortnite
has
they can. With
multiple.
Fortnite they can.
Oh God.
Oh, please, please. They really did Galactus dirty. Like they turned my man into a jobber, right? And now they put him in Fortnite. Honestly, I would have rather
Glenn,
him
you're
just
over here
killed my
saying
man.
you wish you watched it.
Yeah, just because I like because the okay one, it's a great suit design for Galactus. You can't even argue.
I can't.
And two, I don't know. It's just nice to see people get to know Thanos a little bit more. But I wish they didn't have to learn about him from Fortnite.
You mean
And
Thanos?
that's
You
the
mean
perfect
Galactus? You
segue.
said Thanos. You mean
You mean
Galactus?
Galactus? You mean Galactus?
Wait, what?
You said Thanos.
I did. Oh my God, dementia. I meant Galactus. You know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just,
You're
I don't know. He's a great character.
Galactus or Thanos?
And Frank. Hmm?
Galactus or Thanos?
Galactus. I mean, Thanos isn't a bad character.
No, I was talking about which one were you talking about?
Yeah, well, you're just gonna have to excuse my dementia.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be a running gag. But besides, that's a perfect segue into Fantastic Four, which I'm stoked.
Is John
for.
Krasinski confirmed? Because I would like that.
Well,
Me too.
he was
That'd be cool.
talking. He was talking to Marvel and Disney. Well,
He was.
not the same. But yeah. So he's definitely gonna be in a project. Not recently, but he'll be in soon enough. We don't know what role he'll have.
Yep.
But I think
I would
him
love to see
and
him as Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, and Emily Blunt, I think she can make a perfect Sue Storm.
Just let's. I mean, like as much as I love Michael B. Jordan, he was not good for Johnny Storm.
Oh, not at all. Especially compared to what he did with Killmonger, which was phenomenal in my opinion.
Oh yeah, same
Yeah.
here. The fact that all of a
But,
sudden that fucking they made them not brother and sister. Where like I didn't watch Fan Stick. Were they brother and sister still, Sue and Johnny?
Adopted brothers and sisters.
I don't like that, if I'm being honest.
Well, I mean, I don't like it, but adopted brothers and sisters can be just as close as actual brothers and sisters.
Yeah. But I mean, weren't they twins before?
And some continuities there. I'm not sure if they are in Earth 616 though.
That'll be something to look up after this.
I mean, I can look it up right now.
If you want to.
But keep the conversation going. I'm looking this up.
Do we want to keep it on Marvel or do we want to move to the Star Wars shows?
Well, if you guys aren't done for Star Wars, I mean, I'm also Mando, obviously. I mean,
The Ahsoka show.
Oh yeah, Ahsoka.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi with Hayden Christensen coming back for Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he pulled it off in Revenge of the Sith.
No, I mean, like, I think Hayden Christensen sometimes gets too much hate.
Yeah, he does, for sure.
Well,
And partially, it was the bad writing with the prequels. They had, look, I love making memes about the prequels and I enjoy watching the prequels, but I will say some of the writing was really bad. It was really cringy with some of the things they said. You will try. Like what? What is that? What is that line? That's just no.
Another thing about that kind of shit, like, there can be shit with, like, oh my god, about, like, a good person for a role, but then the script is bad. Like, you have, a perfect example I use for this is, a horrible movie, Batman and Robin, but I think George Clooney is a great Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's perfect for Bruce Wayne. Not perfect for Batman, but perfect for Bruce Wayne at least.
The problem with that movie was it was the writing definitely, but another
And the
problem
costume
was they had-
design.
in the
Yeah,
tone.
and Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. I just didn't see him
I
as
was
Mr.
okay. It was less
Freeze.
about Schwarzenegger being Freeze and more of the puns.
Yeah, that too. Just it was
Well,
cringe.
Arnold was popular at the time, and they just wanted some. Like they figured kids would think Mr. Freeze is boring, so they wanted to, give him
Big
a
True.
big.
face.
Yeah, that's kind of what
Yeah.
they did with Aquaman. Honestly.
Mhm.
Momoa? Is he that
Yeah,
popular?
I mean, people
I
loved
didn't
him
know
in
who
Game
he
of
was
Thrones
until he did Aquaman.
because the guy they had play Ocean Master in Aquaman, he looks more like comic book. No, he looks exactly like comic book Arthur Curry. He looks exactly like him if you actually look him up.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you talking about? Sorry.
How Ocean
The guy who
Master's
plays
actor
Ocean
looks like Arthur Curry in the comics.
I forget that movie. Um,
Aquaman?
I forget what I forget. Yeah, I forget Aquaman. I forget what Ocean Master looks like. Hold on, I'll look it up right
Well, the
now.
suits in Aquaman were like fire.
Oh
No
yeah,
one's
no.
arguing.
And like I
Yeah.
think honestly for trying to get the most comic accurate and the best suit was that Aquaman suit.
Yeah, and Ocean Master and Black. Oh my God, Black Mana.
Black Manta was good, and Black Manta is a favorite villain of mine.
Oh no, I think he's great, and he's actually one of the only. Well, no, I mean the Joker did it too technically, but in pre-crisis,
Mhm.
Black Mana killed Aquaman's son.
Mhm.
Calder or the other one?
I love
The little
pre-crisis.
kid.
I'm just telling you, I love the pre. Oh man, I really like what they did with Superman or Superboy Prime with that
Superman
stuff.
Prime, Superboy Prime, man, either
He
man or boy,
he
they're
was well
goaded.
he became an adult throughout the continuity and then he went back to a boy. It was weird, but the great storyline nonetheless.
The dude's goaded.
Yeah, the dude. Oh my God, he fights
The
against so
Justice
many
League, Doom
things.
Patrol, Teen Titans, and he
Green
just
Lantern Corps, like.
I think he even fought. No, I think even the. Well, I mean, he was on the same team as the Sinestro Corps, but
Uh-huh.
I think even they betrayed him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
He just.
yeah.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
okay,
he
like
just.
sometimes a lot of
Vince was
people
broken.
are able to take down those big places. Like you look at the Anti Monitor, you look at Dark Side. Take the Green Lantern Corps gets
Those
shit
are
on.
gods. Those are gods. And the Anti-Monitor is like,
No, he's the literal embodiment of the death of the universe.
yeah. So that makes sense. Those guys should be able to take it. Darkseid's the god of evil. He's the anti-life equation. He should be able to take down a lot of
Oh no,
things.
he's simping for the anti-life equation. He
He
shouldn't
doesn't
do
have
that.
it.
Well, yeah, right. Yeah.
He's always looking for it.
But
Yeah, true.
who else?
They can
Necron. Yeah,
control the
Necron.
universe.
He took a fat dookie on like all the Lantern Corps.
Whenever there's a big
That
villain, the Lantern Corps is the first to get shit on.
Yeah, they're like a power scale, thing. They're like the power. That's like the one Caleb City video.
The only thing that the Lantern Corps is good on is getting shit on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's only because I feel like after the Green Lantern movie, like if you read Green Lanterns like before and after the movie, like the comics are great, but the movie it just set such a low bar for Green Lanterns in film.
Yeah.
Because even in the DC animated the movie universe, not the TV shows, but like Justice League Unlimited, if you saw how they treated Hal in the movies, like the animated movies, they made my man a joke.
Yeah, they made him a lot more of like, I don't know. He acted more like a jokester, which he doesn't act like that in the comics nearly as much as he
Well,
does in
okay,
the
in
movies.
I
Oh no,
liked
he's
him in
a funny
Decamu though. He
guy,
was
but he
still
doesn't.
good.
But he can back it up though.
Yeah, exactly. He was serious when it counted, right?
Yeah.
And he
Like
wasn't
Ben 10.
as arrogant. Yeah.
Oh wait, let's not even talk about like the freaking death battle, Ben 10 versus Green Lantern. Like they were just so far off on that. I
Who
gotta
won
tell
that
you.
again?
Terrible death battle.
Huh? That was
It-
freaking Green Lantern won that.
Yeah.
okay, no. I'm sorry, but no.
No one's taking Alien X. Like it's just not funny.
It's not. It's not even.
Dr.
How can you
Manhattan,
even?
like you only to like take Alien X, you need to be universal yourself.
Uh,
Like
yeah. So he's like
Zeno
Dr. Manhattan
or
level.
Dr. Manhattan or the
Yeah.
Living
Yeah,
Tribunal.
Grand Zeno, Franklin Richards. He's up. That's where Alien X is.
Or like maybe the Spectre. Yeah. Like it's.
You need to be universal to take him.
Uh. So,
Well, technically,
yeah,
Doctor Manhattan isn't universal. He's multiversal. So are the others.
yeah,
Well,
true.
technically, all of them are because Zeno is also that.
Also, like take like some of the angels from DC. They're probably that level too. Actually, maybe
Oh,
above.
well,
Like
Lucifer
Michael.
Morningstar is.
Lucifer Morningstar is broken. Michael, the
Yeah.
archangel, even more powerful than Lucifer.
I think
Yeah.
the only one.
Does
I think the only
DC
one.
fuck with the Bible like that?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Marvel's more of spatial entities. DC's more of
Also
biblical
Nordic.
entities. Well, yeah, true.
DC leans more
But
Greek and Bible, from what it sounds like.
mhm. Yeah, I'd say so, predominantly at least. But
Well, you
obviously
know
those
who the
gods
Phantom
all exist
Stranger
still.
is,
But
right?
yeah,
You know, in his original run, like, because like there's been, if I'm not mistaken, there's been multiple Phantom Strangers, but the original
yeah,
one,
true.
it was actually said that he was Judas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's the Phantom Stranger as it's like penance for him like snitching on my man Jesus.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, free my man's
Aren't,
Jesus
aren't they
Yeah,
making a Phantom Stranger thing
movie.
they
for
should.
DC? I think they're making a movie or something like that because there's a showcase
Well,
for
they
it
should
May
because Swamp
26th.
Thing. Yeah, because Swamp Thing was great. They like
Hmm.
they can really pull off their more because like Lucifer. I haven't watched it, but from what I've heard, it's not a bad show. Like they can definitely pull off their magic like
Lucifer is
Justice
a
League
good
Dark
show. No,
characters.
I haven't watched a lot of it, but from what I've seen, it's a good show. I think its main problem is it like I don't know. It makes like because from what you guys are saying, I don't know Lucifer in the comics. Like from
Hmm.
what you guys are saying, he's
The dude's
very
broken.
powerful, but the
He
show
is.
doesn't demonstrate that too much.
Well, well. Don't get me wrong. It's not like Lucifer like he like flaunts his power because he's not
Mhm,
like Lucifer isn't like like in DC at least. He's not like the traditional devil. He's
mhm.
not an evil. He's not like evil. He doesn't have the horns.
I
All that.
really, yeah, I really like how they wrote his story in the comics. I really did because they, they didn't make it where he was like, oh, the end all be, evil, like the embodiment of evil, right? It was more like there was a falling out between, Lucifer and like heaven and stuff, and I just like how they developed that story, and I really like it. They put their own spin on it, and it's kind of something similar like you'd see with like Supernatural, right? Where um heaven is not the angels aren't good guys in Supernatural. They're not. They're not the good guys.
Yeah, none
They're
of them
like,
are.
yeah, exactly. And I like that. I like that.
It's kind of like that. And it's exactly the same way in Spawn. Like
Hmm.
like he's like my man's running from both heaven and hell, and
Right.
like heaven. I mean, they portray themselves to be like the clear better option, but when you look at like the fine details, like there's a reason why he's like kind of doing solo because he can't trust either.
Hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
And dang, what I was about to say. Yeah, speaking of which, like if DC can pull off like a successful show for Swamp Thing, which they were absolute morons for canceling, by the way.
Uh
But if they can pull off Swamp Thing, there is no reason why Marvel should not make a Ghost Rider show.
Well, yeah. How do you think? Have any of you watched Agents of Shield?
Yes,
How do you think Ghost Rider was in
at
that?
least his season. They had Robbie Reyes, yes, and I love Robbie Reyes. Don't get me wrong. I even love the fact that they gave him the traditional Zarathos Spirit of Vengeance. But I feel like we could get like a short series, like at least pertaining to like what the MCU's Johnny Blaze was like his adventures being the Ghost Rider for like just maybe give us like 2 seasons and then just end the series with him giving it to Robbie Reyes, and then eventually giving Robbie Reyes his own show. I mean,
yeah.
like if DC can constantly pull off their Justice League Dark, like the magical, like spooky aspect of their universe, then there's no reason why not I mean, Disney shouldn't be able to do it,
Hmm.
in my opinion.
True. Oh yeah.
It's because they want to wait. They play the wait game. They want to
Well,
wait
yeah,
to
but
bring out big boys that bring them the big bucks.
I mean, they kind of well, this is another issue with the MCU. They kind of kill all their good characters.
Well, like Iron Man,
True.
and Cap.
Well, they killed Iron Man, Cap, but I mean even more so about the villains. They killed Ultron. Like, do you know how great Ultron is in the comics?
Bruh, yeah, you know I know.
Yeah, they completely wasted Ultron, like completely. And I'm horrified at the fact that they casted Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher, because Gore the God Butcher, he's a phenomenal character in the comics if you read the Thor comics. But knowing that he's already cast, if you saw how they did Hela and Surtur, he's just going to be a one-off villain. They're just going to kill him at the end.
Yeah.
But interesting enough, though, with Gore the God Butcher being confirmed for the MCU, that means Null has to be canon too, the god of the symbiotes.
Oh, that's cool. That's gonna be cool.
As long as I do it right.
Well, you know, with what you hear all the stuff that's going on with Spider-Man 3 and them exploring the multiverse. I mean,
That's not Spider-Man 3, that's Doctor Strange.
I thought they said something about Tobey Maguire,
Yeah,
Tobey
no, they were
Maguire
all gonna.
Spider-Man 3.
They said they were gonna be there for. It's Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness.
Well, that's even better, honestly, because
That
Spider-Man
sounds really
3,
good.
yeah, because Spider-Man 3. I mean, I'm probably I'll probably watch it when it comes out on TV, but I'm not gonna break my back to watch it.
I'm not gonna break the bank.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well, it's little Iron Boy Jr. You know.
pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I hate about him so much.
Because they made him
Yeah.
into Batman Beyond.
Yeah, but without the good elements of Batman Beyond.
Yeah. Because at least Terry, like, don't get me wrong, he still loved and respected Bruce, but he still wanted to make, like, he said it to Bruce multiple times. Batman's his now.
Hmm.
He wanted to take his own angle. Like, if you saw it in Far From Home, right?
Yeah.
They talk all about him getting out of Tony's shadow, right? He's not Iron Boy Jr. He has to do his own thing, right? Yet he makes his suit using Tony Stark's technology, listening to AC/DC like he did in the first movie.
True. It's really it's they want him to take the role of Iron Man, and I don't know why they would want Spider-Man to do that because that's not who Spider-Man's supposed to be. He's not supposed to be that Iron Man figure in the
Also, he's
universe.
winning
No.
too much.
Yeah, that
No,
too.
he has no yeah, no, absolutely. He has no real consequence at
Hmm.
all.
He hasn't dealt with like enough loss, you know. Like he I don't know. He just doesn't hasn't had that giant character development that he needs, that push to make him into a better hero, right? I just
Well, he's not
it's
even really Spider-Man. Because think about it. What's the one thing, like a little quiz here? What's the one thing that actually made Peter Parker Spider-Man? And I'm not talking about the suit. Like, what made him Spider-Man? What made him go out
Uncle
Learning.
Ben.
and become a hero? No, Ben got it, but
Yeah, Uncle Ben.
also Kyle,
Well, yeah.
Uncle Ben.
Obviously, it's a mix of the two, right? You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah, it's a mix of the two.
experience
You
and
guys are both
yeah.
right.
Hmm.
Batman didn't become Batman because like it's shown in the comics multiple times. Bruce Wayne died in that alley. Batman
Hmm.
was born.
Right.
You can't have Batman with his parents still being alive, or from
Right.
him not getting anything from his parents' death. Like Peter Parker in the MCU, like they don't even mention Uncle Ben. Not
Yeah,
only
they
do
don't
they not even
talk about
mention
it.
Uncle Ben, but in Far From
Well, I
Home,
think
you
that might
see
also
he
be a
has Uncle
Sony
Ben's
thing.
for legal
That's
reasons that
fair.
could be a thing. But they mentioned his Uncle Ben by that suitcase he brought with him from Far From Home. Remember?
Hmm.
And it got
Yeah.
destroyed.
eh,
And
you
Peter
know, I
didn't even care.
right, right, and exactly, and part of that is what was so great about Batman Beyond is when at the end in that one certain episode with JLU where Terry McGinnis goes into that one place, he finds Amanda Waller, right, and they talk and stuff, and basically Amanda Waller admits that the world needs a Batman, so you know without Terry McGinnis's father dying in the first episode, right, from the Joker gang,
Mm-hmm.
he wouldn't have become he wouldn't have got onto the path to getting the mantle of Batman, right? He wouldn't have, you know, he needed
Yeah,
that loss. He needed that sense of loss to push him into
because he could
becoming.
have still ran into Bruce Wayne, but
Mhm.
it wouldn't have changed him.
He wouldn't have had that fire. He wouldn't have
Yeah,
had that fire to do anything, you know?
because if without his father dying,
like let's just say Blight, the guy that was responsible for setting the Jokers up to kill Terry's dad, right?
Mm.
Let's say all he did was steal some stuff, or all he did was just hurt his dad, but didn't actually kill him, right? Terry might get the bat suit just to get revenge, but he would have had no actual want or need to go out and actually make Gotham a better
He
place.
wouldn't be as driven. He would not be because there's a look. When you lose a parent, it's like this giant hole, right? When you lose someone who's close to you, you have this giant hole in you, right? And it's like he understood that, and he got those feelings from it, and it's like, you know what? I'm going to be angry for eternity at what happened, and I'm gonna do what I can to ensure that that doesn't happen to anyone else ever again.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
that's exactly what Bruce Wayne's thing was too.
Mhm.
His goal, because this is why Batman v Superman is one like the worst superhero movie in my opinion, right? Is
Ultimate
because
Edition
of
was
their
way better.
portrayals of Superman and Batman.
Ultimate Edition was way
Batman,
better though than the original. Ultimate Edition had
yeah.
some better scenes.
My point is, Bruce Wayne, his whole thing is right. Batman's whole thing is he wants no child, anyone to feel, not just children, but anyone to ever feel what he felt when he lost his parents in Crime Alley that night.
Mhm.
But you see when he brands people, right? In the movie, he brands them. They're branded. The brand means that they snitched or something, and the inmates kill the people that get branded with the bat symbol. So he's second-handing killing people. Not only has he first, like he actually killed people with a Batmobile, and when he blew that guy with the flamethrower tank, I think it was
Mhm.
KG Beast in that universe, but he's getting them killed,
Yeah,
and like
yeah. Well, yeah, and part of that is I think that's uncharacter. You know, you don't really see that with Batman in the comics for the most part, right? I mean, there have been some storylines in the past where he did lock that one guy in the sewer for a week and let him kind of die because he
that
was
was
too
KG Beast, but he got out. That's why he lost his hand.
yeah, right. But you know, but he did that with the intent of, hey, I can't beat this guy. He's too strong, right? He's too good. I can't beat him. But that's not traditional Batman anyways either. Mostly with the comics, you know, he finds another way. And you can argue, you can use Jason Todd's argument to saying, "Oh yeah, you just leave people disfigured in the hospital and brain dead," you know. But still, you know,
I
it's
mean,
not.
to be fair, in the comics, I think this had to be the worst. I'm not sure if it's the worst or most realistic Batman writing, but if you read the actual Under the Red Hood comic, like
Mhm.
he threw a batarang and he slit Jason Todd's throat to stop him from killing the Joker. And I'm not even lying. You can look it up.
Mhm.
And
Damn.
don't get me wrong, Batman. This is getting a little off topic because we were supposed to be talking about Marvel, Disney. But he, what's the word? While Batman definitely he's an agent of good. He wants to do the right things and he values life. And that's wonderful. But at the same time, when you have like a villain like the Joker, where every time he breaks out of Arkham and he kills over 100 people, there's a time where you kind of have to kill someone. And I'm not saying you have to kill. I'm not saying you have to kill. It's like what Jason Todd said. You don't have to kill Cobblepot. You don't have to kill Two Face, Poison Ivy. You don't have to kill any of them. But the Joker specifically, where
Mhm.
he's made it clear to Batman, he won't ever stop killing people until Batman and himself are dead. There's only
Batman
really
and or
one thing
himself.
he could do.
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah, well, Joker and Bat. Yeah,
Yeah,
Joker and
because if
Bat.
one of
Both
them
of them.
dies, he also stops, as we see in the movie
The
Death in
Super
the
Saiyan.
Family.
The Super
Yeah.
Saiyan universe of the Joker where he actually becomes a normal person, and then you know, there's the whole theory of
Yeah, and
actually the
yeah.
Joker knows he's in a comic and he knows his role of,
Oh
you
no,
know,
yeah, he's hyper sane. The Joker
yeah,
isn't even insane. He's hyper sane. He
he's
just
hyper
he
sane. Yep,
yeah. Uh
it's I like that.
in the Dark Knight Returns, Batman himself admitted like this old broken version of Batman. It was like almost like Old Man Logan before Old Man Logan, but he admits himself that every person the Joker's ever killed since their first meeting was Bruce's fault. It was his own fault for not killing him.
Mhm.
He's admitted it. Batman knows what he's doing. Because I'd say Dark Knight Returns Batman. is still like
Great
it's still
storyline.
it's still mainstream Batman. It might not be in the timeline, but I'd say in terms of character, they're the same version.
Such a great fight. Batman versus Superman in that.
Yeah.
Such a great fight. Oh my. Yeah.
Uh, but yeah. Uh but yeah, I'm excited for Star Wars, and I'm scared for the MCU right now because it's in a very delicate state,
Mhm.
and it has been ever since Endgame. Because with Thanos being gone, because this whole every all the movies up to this point have been pretty much the Infinity Saga, right? It's all been leading up to this big villain that which was Thanos. And with him gone and them killing off Ultron, right? I mean, the
Right.
only villains that they can really have where they can build him up is, I'd say, Doctor Doom or King the Conqueror.
Or
Because
Galactus.
Galactus, but
You-
yeah, and me and John were talking about this, right? We were talking about Galactus being the next big villain, but Galactus doesn't like Galactus. He's not really a villain if you understand his purpose in the Marvel universe.
Oh no, yeah,
Mhm.
he's basically like Beerus.
Oh no, yeah, he's a literal no, he's a universal constant. He
Right.
What he does is he eats planets. He turns them into elemental energy because there's celestial eggs in every planet in the Marvel universe.
Right.
He keeps their population in check. That's his job. That's what he does. And this is what a lot of MCU fans, I think, are confused about. Galactus would never just eat the entirety of the universe out. There's has been people that have gotten the Galactus power before, the cosmic energy, and they've done that in alternate universes. But mainstream Galactus, or like any normal version of Galactus, he'd never just go out of his way and eat the entirety of the universe.
True.
That's just not his purpose.
I would.
Doctor Doom, on the other hand, we've seen that with like him getting to Beyonder's power, he'll try to take over everything in existence.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, because like Doctor Doom, insane, like I'm gonna take over the world and shit like that, or take over the universe. Oh fuck. Whenever I think of Doctor Doom now, this is poisoned my mind when it comes to Doctor Doom. You ever see the show Superhero Squad?
Yeah, that show is goaded.
I know, but now like
And
whenever I
they
think of
Silver
Doctor
Surfer.
Doom, I can't help but think of that guy.
Hey man, I love stuff. I don't know, man. Marvel does not make animated shows like they used to anymore.
Neither does DC.
Oh well, I mean, Teen Titan, yeah, but it took DC a minute to get to the point where they are now. Marvel, they crapped out in like 2011, I think. When did
Yeah.
Avengers Assemble come out?
DC,
Around there.
around no, they came out around maybe 2000. Hold up, I'm gonna. Where's my phone at? It's in my pocket. I'm googling that because Avengers Assemble is one of my favorite shows.
You like Avengers Assemble?
Oh wait, did I say? Wait, no, no. Earth's
2013.
Mightiest Heroes. Earth's Mightiest Heroes
There
is
we
what I'm
go.
thinking of. Never mind.
There we go.
No, I loved Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That was a great show.
Well, I consider, and a lot of other fans consider it, the DC the Justice League Unlimited like equivalent to Marvel. I mean,
Oh
I'd
yeah,
say
no.
still say the Justice League Unlimited is
2010.
better,
Yeah.
but I definitely would say it's an equivalent.
Mhm. I think with Justice League Unlimited, they covered more content, which
Well,
I
that
thought was
was
good.
what
They covered more
Earth's Mightiest
storyline.
Heroes did. Earth's Mightiest Heroes covered a lot,
Mhm.
and they had many villains. The one thing they did not have in that show, that made a lot of people like a little bit upset, was Thanos.
Yeah, but you cannot deny that they gave us the best. This is probably the best version of Doctor Doom we've ever seen in media.
Oh yeah, no, Doctor. That was a great Doctor Doom. That was a great version of Galactus that they used. Kang was great. Ultron was
Yeah,
great, came back multiple times.
like he was supposed to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We had character. Who else did we have? The White Gorilla was pretty good arc for Black Panther. It's like they didn't just cover like the main 5 or 6; they covered everyone. And then
I
the
definitely
scrolls.
could.
The scrolls were a good. Was a good
Oh
one.
yeah, they gave us the best version of Secret Empire. Even though they announced something for Secret Empire for the MCU, I doubt it'll be better than Earth's Mightiest Heroes. And I'm not. That's not even nostalgia talking.
Yeah, no, they did it really well, really well.
Because that was pretty much the comics play for play. I can't even argue. Uh, but Earth's Mightiest Heroes was actually supposed to get a third season.
How long was each season?
Like 20 or so episodes. I'm not sure if my dementia's acting up,
Hold
but
up, I'm actually
I
gonna
know
Google.
they
I'm
were
I'm gonna
supposed.
Google that.
Yeah, you Google that. But I know they were supposed originally they were supposed to get a third season, but because of the popularity of the MCU, they canceled it, and that's why they made Avengers Assemble.
Uh huh.
And that show was just the MC. It was pretty much just some lackluster plot points from the comics with like the vibe of the MCU.
Yeah, true.
And the
Avengers
voices weren't
Assemble
even
has
that
5
good.
seasons.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the animation just deteriorates towards the last like I think it's the last 2 seasons. It just the animation like you can't even tell it's the same show anymore.
There's
Mhm.
Hulk Agents
Like
of Smash as well.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wolverine and the
was
X
that
Men
in the
only had
same
one
universe?
season.
What? Of
Wolverine and the X Men.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wolverine and the X-Men, that's in the same universe as Earth's Mightiest Heroes, right?
Is it?
Yeah, it
It's
is.
a different animation style
So
completely.
disappointing. I loved that. I
Yeah,
loved
but
that
it's in
show,
the
Wolverine and the
it's
X-Men.
yeah, I love that show too. I'd say I won't say it's better than the 90s X-Men, but I definitely would say it's very close to it. But they are, if you look it up, Kyle, they're absolutely in the same universe.
I was addicted to the 90s X-Men show. I'm just going to say that. I
I don't know.
saw.
I remember back when I was like 7 years old, staying
Yeah,
up to like
I
two
watched that
o'clock in the
shit
morning to
all the
watch
time.
90s X-Men.
Yeah, dude, that was so good. I'm
In
sorry,
total,
it's
there are
just so
52
good.
episodes of Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
52, 52. Uh, oh yeah. W- without getting too off topic though,
Mhm.
what Spider-Man show would you say is better? Would you say 90s Spider-Man is better than Spectacular Spider-Man? Or would you say they're equal?
Ooh.
You say 90s
Ooh.
are spectacular?
I said 90s versus Spectacular. Who was better, in your opinion? And that's a
That's a
hard
good
one. You can't
question.
even.
Okay. Okay, so wait, hold on.
I gotta give it to spectacular.
I don't know. I really like Spectacular and how they kind of changed up the characters a bit from like how at least I was used to seeing them. But I remember the 90s Spider-Man so much like with I just oh, I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know.
So I'll say this. For comic book Kingpin, no one's okay. Don't get me wrong. I love Big Pin from Spider Verse, and I love Netflix
How
Kingpin.
do
But
I
no one,
shit? How do I wipe?
I love Big Pin. Don't make fun of Big Pin. But 90 Spider-Man Kingpin, no one has like I'd argue this. No one is going to be able to touch that Kingpin for years to come. That's just Wilson Fisk. That's just
Mhm.
Wilson Fisk.
It's not about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the
It's about
swagger.
swag. But Spectacular Spider-Man, they upgraded Tombstone big time.
Mm.
Oh yeah, Tombstone they made really
And
good.
I love how they did him.
I don't know. I like how they made it where they developed certain characters to a good extent in Spectacular Spider-Man like Gwen, if I remember correctly. They developed
Yeah,
her in a
because it
good
wasn't
way.
just one female. There were two.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the other characters, I just and I like the animation style too. I really like the animation style. I thought it was really good for
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
I loved both. Yeah. I out of
That was 4 kids
the
too, wasn't
majority
it?
of it.
Was it 4 Kids?
I think so.
Spectacular Spider-Man, I think it was.
That
Or
was
the
a good.
CW, something like that.
No, it was Saturday morning CW was 4 Kids.
Damn.
Yeah, that was 4 Kids then. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Damn. Good job, 4 Kids.
Yeah, unlike they did with One Piece.
And like every
Oh,
anime
what?
in
Giving them
existence.
toy guns?
No, they didn't have toy guns in One Piece.
Use
No,
a
no,
lamp.
no, no. There was a lamp the guy pointed at the kid.
A lamp?
Uh-huh. Like so let me set the scene. So Luffy breaks into a little marine prison on some random island to save Zoro, to try to recruit him for his crew. This is like the first episode, by the way. So we met this kid named Kobe along the way and became like decent pals with him. I was like, Kobe, I'm gonna go do this and save Zoro, and then all of a sudden the guy, the evil guy who gets a lot more development later on, but he found Kobe and knew they were friends. So he threatened Kobe by holding a gun to his head originally, holding the gun to the kid's head. But that was in the actual One Piece. In 4 Kids version, Mans was holding a lamp to his head. Like so,
What, was he gonna burn him
imagine there's a kid right here in my arm, and I'm holding a gun to his head. Instead of a gun, it was a lamp. Like, and he was holding it like all the way over here.
Huh. I don't know. That lamp's pretty intimidating.
No, not like a pointy lamp like that one. No, like a lamp that like you like with the little like light panel on the end.
Are you, dude? Okay,
What?
this is really off topic. I'm sorry. All right, I'm sorry.
That's
I just
hilarious.
have to
Yeah?
say something. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw on Rotten Tomatoes, they ranked in their top 5 worst Christmas movies. They put Jingle All the Way as one of them.
Where was Grandma was ran over by a reindeer?
Reindeer, yeah.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Is it on
I
there?
saw a clip. Here, I'll take a look right now. But hold on.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Jingle All the Way?
No,
I think I watched it once when I was little.
maybe
It's
I
not
need
the
to see
worst
it.
Christmas movie. Okay, it's obviously it's not a great movie. All right, it's not. It's not
Well,
cinematically the
clearly,
great best
whoever
movie.
made this list never has seen Hallmark. I think that's what it is.
My favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard.
Ah, Man of Culture. I think
course.
mine's Step Brothers.
Step Brothers is a great movie. Let's be honest. Let's be.
My
Yeah, but that's
favorite
the best
Christmas.
Christmas movie.
My favorite Christmas movie is the one Adam Sandler movie about Hanukkah.
Jack and Jill.
I don't know. Is
They
that
put
about-
Christmas with the Cranks as one. Nah, Rotten Tomatoes is garbage. Holy shit.
Warner Brothers.
Garbage.
Well,
is
don't you
garbage.
remember when they reviewed? Yeah, wait, no. You want to know something more infuriating? You know,
What?
Teen Titans Go, the movie, that got a higher rating
Oh,
than
yeah.
Infinity War.
Yeah, I got what did it get like 100% around there, like 90 something?
I think it got a 99. I think Infinity War got like a 90.
Nani?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you get when you
No.
own Rotten Tomatoes.
Infinity War got 80s. I thought Infinity War got 80s.
I know last
Warner
time I
Bros.
checked, they got
No, because I think Warner Bros. Would do this because they own Rotten Tomatoes.
85%. Infinity War got 85% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Dang.
And honestly, I liked Infinity War much more than Endgame. Although Endgame's a great movie. Just
Ben,
Infinity War, I
me
liked it a lot
waiting
more.
for Frame Driver.
Nice. You got okay. At least you got Gamma.
Yeah, I also yesterday got Skull Dread.
Oh, Skull Dread. I could. Sorry, the
The
rarity
lighting's
was too-
kind
it
of
was
the
too
lighting.
shiny.
The
It was
lighting
too shiny
is
for
yeah,
me.
It is too shiny because like look it you can see Gamma fine, but
Mhm.
Skull Dread's dark as fuck.
There you go. Okay, so you know what?
What's wrong
It's
with being
3:35
dark,
already.
though?
Nothing's wrong
Kyle.
with being dark. It's just hard to see on the camera with the lighting.
It's 3:35. Let's get to the next topic here. The Game Awards. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the awards
Last
here?
of Us 2 definitely deserved to win.
Yeah, there
Deserved
was
to
The
win
Last of Us 2,
which
and then
award?
there was everything else over there.
Yeah, everything else.
Yeah, deserved to win which award? Every award? Like it did?
Yeah,
It should have won
literally
Best
every
Fighting
award.
Game.
Best fighting game. Oh my god.
The combat
Imagine.
AI for Last of Us 2 was dog. I swear to God. She couldn't kill a single infected.
You had to
What's
do
her
all the
name?
dirty work
Friggin'
yourself.
Diana. I don't even remember.
There's Abby. There's Abby, and then there's fuck. I don't even remember. That just shows you how the game was as a game.
The game
Not really
was so forgettable.
memorable.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think the only memorable thing, not even good, but memorable thing, was like the
The
freaking
trailer.
character model for Abby. Like it was a female's head put on like a
Dude's
bodybuilder's
body.
body.
Yeah, dude's body.
Like if you watch the sex scene, like between her and her the dude, I forgot. Like she legit has pecs. She doesn't even have like she has pecs.
Mhm.
Like she's built.
Oh
It
yeah.
is horrifying. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
God.
everyone in that game was pregnant, apparently. Just fighting in the middle of the apocalypse. I don't know.
Because
Just,
they needed to repopulate.
I'm just Naughty Dog
yeah,
really
but you're gonna fight in a war
failed us.
while being pregnant? I don't think that's a smart idea.
Look, honestly, you look, back then I used to consider The Last of Us one of the best games of all time, if not the
Oh,
best
the
game in
first
my
one was
opinion.
God
The
tier.
first one obviously is still God tier, but its memory for me personally at least has been a little sullied by Destiny or not, why did I say Destiny?
Destiny 2 is shit.
Destiny 2. Destiny 2. No, by The Last of Us Part 2. It kind of, made it worse in my eyes. I mean, as a little unfair, I know, but that's just how my brain works, right? It kind of like I don't want to remember, the characters that way, right?
Oh
I
no,
didn't like to see that
yeah.
happen to them, that terrible atrocity of a game happen to them. And and that's really what pushed a game like The Witcher 3 to be my favorite game, because
Yeah.
it didn't fail, right? It hasn't failed, and then
No, it's a great continuation. And the
exactly.
worst, okay, they were trying to portray like.
I will
okay,
be
don't get
right
me wrong,
back. I need to
Joel
put
was
on
not the best
socks.
person.
All right, don't fall in.
Joel was not the best character. Like I'm not saying, oh, he's a great character, but he's not the best character. Like he's not the best person. Is what I'm trying to say.
But yeah, and
Well,
he's not supposed to be, right?
Yeah, he's not supposed to be. But they're trying to portray that, oh, he did such a horrible thing by killing Abby's dad, the doctor, that was trying to make a cure out of killing Ellie. But the thing about it is, they had other infected people, not infected people, excuse me, immune people, that were immune to the spores.
Right.
And the fact of the matter is, you can't cure a fungal disease with a there's no cure for a fungal there's no cure for a fungal disease.
It's not. It's yeah, exactly. You
Like
need to make like antibiotics kind of things for that.
there's antibiotics, but there's no actual. You can't cure that. You
Right,
can't cure that
right.
in real life. So why in science fiction would they be like? It doesn't make any sense.
Didn't make any sense.
Because the fiction part.
Yeah, but
It is science
it's
fiction.
real world logic though. Like they
Yeah.
can't cure fungal diseases in that universe. So why like my point
Maybe
is
we're not trying hard enough.
Yeah, make better medicine.
well they could
Easy.
do it. They could possibly do it in the future, but like where they were, because like Last of Us 2, like when did the apocalypse start? Like in 2010?
Yeah.
Like 2010, they would be nowhere near have the medical capability because we're still advancing right now and we still can't do it.
Right.
So they're tearing down Joel even farther down, and it doesn't make sense because the guy wouldn't have been able to cure. He wouldn't have even be able to make a cure anyway. And not only that, but Dabby, oh my god,
Debbie.
Abby's dad, she literally initiated him killing him because he pulled a scalpel on the dude. He probably would have just knocked him out or just took Ellie, just ran. He pulled a scalpel. I don't know. The plot for The Last of Us 2, it just.
Look, I give Last of Us 2 like a 50 or 55%. I that's what I give
and
it.
That would only be because of the graphics. Because the graphics
honestly,
are phenomenal in the game.
the graphics and some of the music is really good, right? They spent a lot of money on stuff, and who they hired, they did a great job. But otherwise,
no, the build of the game is phenomenal. But the only bad things, which I mean, yeah,
the most important things.
Yeah, the most important. Well, the most important thing, in my opinion, is the plot.
Yeah, agreed. Story. It's the story. It needs to be good.
But also the combat accomplice, freaking Ellie's girlfriend.
Yeah.
They were complete dirt. The
It
UC
wasn't.
is just dirt.
Look, and here's a good example of a kind of combat, helper thing. God of War.
Atreus.
Yes, God of War. Thank you. Atreus is amazing as a combat AI supporter. Amazing.
He can
The way they did that was
clear stuff
amazing.
by himself, and
Uh-huh.
that's what's great about him.
He's
Like he's
dependable.
actually useful.
He's dependable. You can use him, and he's really good at dishing out like final blows on enemies and stuff, and dealing with when they're ranged, and he just fires away, right? Great combat system for God of War. Honestly, they changed it around. Used to have that kind of third person, you know, where you felt like a god, right? You felt he just cleared through tons of enemies, and you still do clear through tons of enemies in like the most recent God of War game, but um, also it made it more of a first person kind of, well, not directly first person, but you know what I mean. Like it's more like
You feel it a
restrained.
lot more.
You feel it, yeah. You definitely feel the impact of what you're doing a lot more. You're not just
You
clearing
have
through tons
you
of
feel like you
enemies.
could lose it.
Yes, you could. You don't feel like you're a broken kind of god, even though you are one. Which I really like that. I think that it makes it more balanced in a way, I guess, in certain situations.
Speaking
So.
of which, I cannot wait for Kratos to finally fight Thor. I really
Oh
can.
my god. I'm not getting a PS5 just for that, but unless I might get a PS5 just for that, depending on how good it is. I don't
Well, yeah,
know.
but that fight is gonna
It's gonna be
it's gonna
so
be
good.
ridiculous.
I hate how that game's exclusive. I hate it so much.
What,
I
what do you
want
mean? You can play. You can. I can't wait for Kratos to fight Master Chief in Fortnite.
He's gonna fight Galactus. He's gonna 1v1. There we go.
That's terrible.
What do you think would win in a fight between Kratos and Master Chief?
Kratos.
Kratos.
Kratos is broken. Kratos can
They
beat Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet.
I
He's
mean,
too. He's that
or
fast.
very close. I mean, he literally wiped out the entire Greek pantheon,
Okay,
He
true.
he
and he killed
destroyed his
arguably
world.
the strongest members of one of these. Well, if you read actual Norse mythology, Magni and Moldy, they are arguably the strongest gods in actual lore.
Hmm.
Because they, if I'm not mistaken, I think they killed. No. I think that was only the Midgard serpent. That was only Thor. Like they killed each other. It's kind of a Doomsday versus Superman sort of thing.
Hmm.
But I forgot they killed someone that was really broken. But you're gonna have to fact check me on that.
Kratos is multi-dimensional. Like I don't know how else to explain it. Like he is, um, it's like he's on multiple planes of existence. That's how powerful he is, right? With some of the feats he's had, with the whole, what's it called?
Does he stand up
Bifrost
to
thing.
Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Um, that's a good question. I don't
or
see. I don't
Naruto?
really know. He
Oh
could
well,
definitely beat Naruto.
no, he can wipe Naruto.
He
with
could wipe
Dragon Ball.
Naruto with his farts. He could wipe Naruto. But I don't know. Dragon Ball's on a whole nother level though, so I don't know.
I mean, he's definitely taking Dragon. He's taking Z. He's taking Z.
Yeah, he's taking Z for sure.
Like
But
Boo Saga?
super.
Boo's on like break. Well, Boo could break dimensions. Even Perfect Cell could break dimensions.
Hmm.
Wait, where was that
So,
shown?
I forgot, but I think I can pull up the clip a little bit.
Because I
later,
know,
but I
again, I know Gotenks and Boo both did that,
Hmm.
but I never saw Cell do anything like that.
I'm pretty sure he did. I'm almost absolutely sure he did. But if I'm wrong, I'll say that on next Simcast because I
Here,
gotta look.
actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a video of a guy who analyzed how strong Kratos really was, or really is. Um, really good video, really informational, informal and stuff.
I'm not sure if Kratos can take Ultra Instinct, but I think he could take like Red Haired God.
I'd say that's possible, definitely with some of the feats he's had. Because of the godly items he's possessed. Let's take like Prime Kratos, right? Which Prime Kratos, although besides the fact that he's like his whole demographic is he gets stronger the more he ages, and you can that there's clearly evidence for that. He did get a bit weaker or a bit more restrained at least in terms of because he became a father, right? And he doesn't want to lose control and just
Well, yeah,
become
because he
a
hasn't really
berserk.
gotten any weaker. It's just more so
He's more restrained.
Yeah, he's living like he's
More
been living like
self-control.
a mortal.
He's more
And
self-controlled because he has a son that he doesn't want to tear
yeah,
apart in
I
rage.
mean, yeah,
Yeah.
isn't the son? I never played the games, but I know this because
Huh.
Liam told me this. But do we care about spoilers?
I've played the game, so I
Yeah,
know. Glenn
yeah,
Glenn
we
knows
both
too,
have.
right?
Isn't
Yeah,
it
yeah.
Loki?
Yes,
Yep.
he is. He's
he
Loki.
is Loki.
Yeah, which I thought was a really cool thing that they did.
Why is he so
John
young?
asked from son. Oh, because well, Kratos left the universe where he basically destroyed the world right after fighting
Mm-hmm.
the Olympians, and he went to another one where he met whatever his the person he loved, her name is, I
Well, he
forget.
went to Midgard,
He went
but
to
we don't know
Midgard,
what
yeah.
realm Greece was in. We don't know what realm
Like
that
it
was.
compared, and we don't know how he actually got to how he traveled that way. Like there's tons of questions around it, but basically he had a son. He eventually had a
Yeah.
son, and his mother, his okay. So here's a
His mother
spoiler.
was Loki.
His the mother was a frost giant, and
Mm-hmm.
that's
My
why
man's getting
Loki
it
is
on with the
half.
Frost Giants.
Yeah, dude. My Kratos is he's a legend. Kills his entire family. That's wow.
Yeah, I think that's funny. How
That's funny.
Yeah, remember when Trace was yelling at Kratos? I was like, man, just look at the restraint my man is holding. Because like, if this was his daughter back in Greece, he would have like chopped her head off by now.
Well, yeah, dude. Greek Kratos, that man was just filled with rage, and part of it is because he murdered his family, and then he's like, Ares. He's like, Ares, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah,
And he did.
he did. I do
And
that
then he
boss
killed
fight.
everyone else.
I still have PTSD from that boss fight because I lost that boss fight like multiple times. Because that was a
That's
hard boss fight.
me when it
No,
comes to
no,
some
no,
shit with
PTSD.
Fallen
Him
Order.
killing Zeus was horrible.
What'd you say?
So that's me when it
No?
comes to some shit with Fallen Order.
Fallen Order is more of like a they tried to make it a Dark Souls Star Wars thing, and in some instances it was really good.
Ogdo scarred me.
Although Dark Souls is still on a whole nother level as a game. In my that game, I get nightmares from Dark Souls. Dark Souls 3. Oh man,
What,
that
the
game's just
combat itself?
yes, like going against the bosses and literally having to memorize all those combos and dying and dying and dying and dying and dying a million times and
I've
just
never
being
played Dark Souls. How it's a scary experience, isn't it?
hardest game I've ever played in terms of that genre. That kind of combat system. Hardest game I've ever played or game series.
I'm
Great
gonna try
games. Great games. Yeah, you should try it. You should totally try it. Just don't get discouraged if you die because you're gonna do it a lot.
that. It's
Yeah.
really just gonna be Osu too.
Osu. Oh man. Yeah, Osu's a game where you fail all the time.
I nearly like broke my finger.
Oh yeah. My friend got carpal tunnels from playing that game like all the time. I'm never gonna seriously play Osu because my hands are already like weak as hell.
Doesn't Ethan
I'm
play
dead.
that shit?
Yeah, but his hands are massive though.
He has that
Like
advantage.
dude's like 8'10". He's like 8'10". Like he's huge.
Yeah.
Talking about frost giants.
Talk about Slender Man.
We used to call him Man Spider and Wendigo from Until Dawn. Man's lanky. But that's
True.
Yeah,
okay.
no, I know Ethan. He's pretty lanky.
It's okay though. Ethan's still the homie.
Yeah, I know.
Dang. Any other conversational topics? Dang, my dementia is really just I don't know.
Well, we
I don't
only
even know
had
who
the
I am.
two that we only
We
had
haven't
two that we
talked
set
about
out.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah, true.
His new wings. Oh my god. They look great. Not only that, but their chemistry, like Sebastian Stan and
Mark Anthony.
dang, I'm really yeah, Mark. Yeah, thanks.
Oh no,
But
not
you
Mark
can-
Anthony. Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie, right?
Mark Antony.
I said Mark
thought you
Anthony
said
the
that.
first time. The basketball player.
Oh wow, Kyle. But no, you can just tell just
The
going
Roman
off their
senator.
chemistry that they're just like really they're really good friends outside of acting. And it just makes me feel bad for Chris Evans because like he's supposed like in the MCU he's supposed to be the one that's holding the two together and like my man's actually like a third wheel in real life.
True.
But I wonder if we'll get to see old fart Steve in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
We'll get
Oh,
to see
true.
him just plowing the corpse of Peggy.
Kyle,
God damn it, Kyle.
Kyle,
God damn it.
why?
Am I
You have no
wrong?
respect. You have no respect for your veterans, Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
my
come on,
comic
bro.
book veterans. No,
Yeah.
You're telling
Captain
me Steve
America and
Rogers
Wonder
is a real
Woman were
veteran?
both there for World War II.
No, she was there for World War One.
No,
She wasn't there for two.
I thought she was there for two.
Nope, that was World War One. But there's alternate universe. Oh well, there actually is an alternate.
Well, the
universe.
Justice
Oh,
League
that
did
was Injustice,
travel back in
where-
time. Yeah, and you remember in Justice League when they traveled back in time to go
yeah.
in World War
And
II?
Savage.
Well, yeah,
Because
that-
Savage, Vandal Savage. Right.
yeah.
And then
that
they
too.
show at the end of that episode after Savage is defeated, they show fucking Hitler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. So good.
They don't make shows like they used
Nope.
to. The Justice League Unlimited, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. See, Ben, I'm not sure how
amazing
you'll feel
shows.
about this. I'm not sure how you'll feel about this. This might be a hot take here,
Okay.
but I feel like back in our generation, like when it came to cartoons, they talked about politics in a way of where it wasn't abundant, like it wasn't obvious what they were talking about, but they definitely still had those elements, and they pulled it off. Like
President
they weren't
Luthor.
pandering to anyone. They were just they were just spitting facts.
Right. Well, here part of it wasn't really partisan politics at that point. It was just politics of like, oh, this exists, and it was more history also with the politics,
Look,
which is
another
fine.
thing, another good example with that. Sorry, Ben, for cutting you off.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
But an episode in Justice League Unlimited, they were asking Shazam questions after he had saved the day, and all of a sudden he goes off just fucking spewing his bullshit mouth, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm so great. Yeah, the Justice League is great. We can make bad people into good people. Like look at Lex Luthor. He was a bad guy. Now he's running for president."
Yeah,
And then
that's funny.
Superman reads that in the newspaper, and it's like all the newspaper headline: Shazam endorses Lex Luthor's
Endorses
presidency,
Luthor.
and then
Yeah.
Superman's like, "The fuck is this?"
You
Okay.
have to forgive Shazam. He is 10 years old.
He's a child. Yeah.
But the
But no,
Justice
what
League
I-
doesn't know that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, at least with back then, it wasn't more of a. They didn't create things with a fine political agenda to try to impose their views within a show, right? It was more of, hey, there's some relevance to this, right? We have, no one likes a corrupt person, right? Or at least you shouldn't. And it's more of to Lex Luthor's character to be a corrupt president, right? That makes sense.
My favorite quote from Lex Luthor in that show has to be, "Do you know how much power I would lose to be president? I would lose becoming president." I forgot.
Yeah.
I butchered that, but
That is perfect. Yeah, that's
that
amazing.
is just the most Lex Luthor thing I have. Like that has to be the most Lex Luthor line I've ever
So
heard in my
good.
entire life.
So
Clancy
yeah,
Brown is just a god when it comes to voice acting.
oh yeah, but what the difference between that versus nowadays with like where literally they talk about gun control. They straight up have a whole episode about
In what?
you don't need this, and Supergirl, where they talk about gun
Oh.
control. They have episodes literally about direct political topics, and they don't hide it within the show. They just
That's
talk
more
about it.
Supergirl than others, though.
True. Arrow
Well-
did that too, though. Arrow did that too.
Arrow did it
Well,
a
I
lot
think
better though than
everyone's leaving out the
Supergirl.
most
Yeah,
notorious-
they did it better for sure.
We're
I agree.
leaving out the most notorious perpetrator of this.
We're gonna say the Flash.
Do I have
The
to say it?
Flash
No,
or Legends.
Batwoman.
Legends. Oh, Batwoman.
Oh yeah.
Batwoman.
There's
Oh,
nothing
God.
wrong. Oh boy, we're about to. Oh no, we're making this a little bit too spicy. But there's nothing wrong with promoting gender equality.
For
showing
sure.
the importance. Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, yeah.
That's a wonderful thing.
For
But
sure.
The
There's
message
better
is
ways
like,
to do it.
We discussed this off
There
camera.
are way better ways to do it than
Yeah.
what they did with Batwoman.
But it
I
was-
think we can all agree.
It was completely hypocritical because one, they tore down Bruce Wayne
Mhm.
to make her look like to make Batwoman look better.
She
Not only
used her
that,
shit.
but
She used his shit. You
Yeah.
know?
No, like we talked about this off camera.
Mhm.
She literally said, don't put a man in a woman's job," and she literally stole all of Batman's
It's
gear,
tech. Yeah.
like his whole motif, everything.
Yep.
So what they're saying is, right? Like this is what Batwoman's basically insinuating, that for a woman to be taken seriously, she has to completely take over a male's position and somehow prove that they're better instead of showing that they're better on their own. That's why I love Power Girl so much in the comics.
Mhm.
She loves and respects her cousin Superman, right? Because it's still Kara. It's just
Mhm.
an older version of her, but
Right.
she wants to do her own thing, and that's why she's Power Girl. She does her
Yeah.
own thing.
Right. And and also I think, for example, in a movie, in terms of a cinematic thing where they promote gender equality, but the way they do it is perfect, was Wonder Woman. Because
Absolutely.
Wonder
Wonder
Woman, the
Woman,
original. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, they did an
as it.
amazing job with that.
Yeah, I hope '84 isn't bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping too. I think it has potential to be good, but then again, who knows? It could be
That
bad.
design for Cheetah, I don't know. They need to get that together because it's starting to remind me of cats, and that's no one needs to be reminded of cats.
Did you
Let's
watch
say the L
Cats?
tier.
No, I didn't watch Cats, but don't you think I've
Uh,
suffered enough watching the trailer, Kyle?
yeah, that's all you need to see. 5 seconds of the trailer, and then you click off. That's what I did.
Yeah, not wrong.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, what else? Oh yeah. There's this one episode of Justice League Unlimited, going back to Justice Unlimited. But
Mhm.
remember when they were in that universe with the old timey superheroes?
Mhm. You mean with the
The
different
Justice Society of
versions? There,
America.
just a
Yeah, the
society. There we
Justice
go.
Society of
Yeah.
America.
Uh huh.
They actually made a jab at old timey superheroes where one of the superheroes was talking to John Stewart and he said, boy, you do great credit to your people. And I mean, I didn't like. I remember watching that episode when I was a little kid, and I was like, "Huh, that's a funny compliment." And then now being older, I was like, "Oh." I mean, I don't know. I feel like you can pull. I think you can say a political message. Like if someone wants to put a message in something, I don't think that's a bad thing. But if you just make that the plot, like if you just define your story as just a political message when it wasn't supposed to be originally that, it's more than that, then that's stupid. But you
Mhm.
can say things and you can make it subtle to the point of where you still get it when you're older. Like if you're mature enough, you still get what they're saying, but that's not what the show becomes about.
It shouldn't be a show where they directly outright just are like, oh, this is bad. Like, abortion is bad or abortion is good. I'll just say that. Like it shouldn't. And that's honestly where some of the shows have come to, right? That's that to that point where they're just directly talking about it. They're directly, and I'm fine with like wanting to talk about issues, right? We definitely should.
Yeah,
But the
Mr.
thing
Poli
is, when
Sci
you're
Major.
but the thing is, when we go out, we set out to watch a superhero show, and we definitely want to see those themes, those certain themes, like underlying themes of things. But we don't want to just watch a couple characters argue about politics. That's not what I
Yeah.
came to see. I came to see a superhero be cool or do something cool and save someone or fight someone. Right? That's what
Like
I
there's
want to
nothing
watch.
wrong with putting a superhero in a modern setting, but
Hmm.
it shouldn't be just social commentary. At the end of the day, it's still a story, and a story needs to be told in the proper manner.
Yep. Yes, sir.
But
It's true.
anything else? Anything else?
Nothing I can think of. I'm just red now. Let me turn off my light.
Wait, where's just Starnaby?
Turning into the Red Hulk.
Right there.
Good old Thunderbolt Zero. Oh, I wait. Do I see eyes?
I
Yeah,
see him
Each of
now.
them?
I know. Eyes.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna let go of my theory that Jastarnaby killed Kyle years ago, and it's just Jastarnaby wearing Kyle.
What are we letting the rest of my YouTube channel in on our inside jokes now?
Yeah.
I think it's a plausible theory.
When
We're
they
just
see
gonna build
when they
lore
get to
until
see a
I move.
full
We're just gonna
picture of
build as much
Jastarnaby.
lore around Chestarnaby until all of a sudden he's not there when I go back to school.
Yeah. And then Jastarnaby, he got out. He's free. He's in the real world now, baby. That's what it's gonna be.
There you go.
I think we end it here. Thank you for watching the Simp Cast. We'll see you next week, next Sunday. Peace.
Sunday?
Yeah, no, the episodes we record on Saturday, but they go out Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Go to church, boys.
Yeah, go to church. Go to church at
kids.
12. Watch us at 1. See ya.
Stay in school, kids.
Hugs, not drugs.